I search thrift stores, Goodwills, garage sales, and more for possible treasures. Then I decide whether to purchase or pass. Watch what I do and decide for yourself. Would you buy it? So how good of a thrifter are you? Watch this video and see if you can identify the item that sold for $350. It's going to be divided up in two parts. The first part is my son and I at the thrift stores looking at stuff, and the item is shown in the video. If you find it though, you're better than the best. And quite frankly, I'm not saying I'm the best of the best. I did not know what it was worth when I bought it. I'll explain later that again, it was 95% luck, 5% skill. So that's the first half. The second half is what shows what we actually brought home. So obviously that's narrowed down, so you should have an easier time figuring it out. All right, my son is home from college, so we are going thrifting. Let's go. This is the Once Again thrift store in Kutztown. We don't go here all the time, but I really like it. We found some pretty good vintagey stuff, which is what I'm always looking for. What is that?
It's a subwoofer, but I think it doesn't have a driver showing.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
I'm trying to get one to mess up with the record thing.
Oh, you saw this Magnavox thing?
Oh, no.
35. Hey, dude. This is from Spencer Gifts. It's like the cheapest little fan that you can get. It says 1975 though. It's pretty cool.
Good. We bring it in right to behind the door. Right here we have some flat carts. They want them to go out with you or carry into there or get your bags of clothing.
We took a quick break from thrifting to go to Young Ones in Kutztown, just a couple minutes from the thrift store. It has a lot of vinyl, a lot of LPs, both new and used, but there's a lot of other stuff that they have as well. You'll see that they have a bunch of CDs, video games from a bunch of different older systems. They also have a bunch of cassette tapes, and so nice selection and reasonable prices.
And are you interested in a Bon Jovi 45?
Probably not. Wow, there's a ton of friggin' 45s. WyBi Sonic.
Don't drop it.
So we did pretty good today. Some of the best thrifting we've gotten in a while. You saw some of this, but I did get that huge American Tourister tri-taper. This is like a circular, apparently it was for a hat. I'll show you a little bit closer later on. It has the keys, which was awesome. That definitely increased the value. I paid $18 for this. It could be worth $50. Shipping will be fun. This one I'm not sure. And it's cool how it opens too. Like it's so cool. This paid $6 for. A couple computer things that were new in box. Just some discs, $1.50 each. Yeah. And this is open. This isn't complete, but probably turn it around for about $20. Close-up look at the discs. This one has a $75 vacation coupon, save up to $300. Unfortunately, it did expire in 1991. The next one, though, has a pretty cool John Madden Football 2-minute warning edition in it, so that's kind of sweet. A mouse, again, in box, $3, probably worth about 20 or so. A couple of sort of Nancy Drew, but they're not. They're called the Dana Girls. And one is Mystery of the Locked Room, and the other is The Secret of the Jade King. It's by Carolyn Keene, who went on to do Nancy Drew. A Sony Walkman, which I think works. Could be worth something decent. I just thought these were wacky. Paper games for travel and leisure. And I love that they were by 3M. Right, so 3M is like a manufacturer of like labels and stuff. And so I love that they were putting out paper games back in 1974. And then we were playing paper games in 1974. I mean, what the hell? These were a couple of freebies that were hidden inside one of those 3M games. This is a sweet Roman Gabriel card. It's called Pro Faces. It's by Nabisco. So that's kind of cool. I never saw that before. This is actually from Topps, and there's a series of these little joke books. This one's called Animal Antics. And you can see again, I don't know if these are complete because there's only the one, like that's it. So I don't know if that's the whole thing, and I think this is the same, though it doesn't call it the little joke books, so I don't know exactly what these are. But they're kind of funny, and they're free extras. Got this Dispenser Gifts, 1975. It is so desperately cheap. Got Hungry Hippos with some of the marbles for $4. And then the piece de la resistance. These are the best. Look at that. Look at that stretch. You gotta tell me that's not the best thing. These were $2 and $3 each. Cadillac. What the heck is this? That's also Cadillac. Buick. Chevrolet. Oh, that's got a bad screen. Ew. Look at this one. Jeep. Those are gonna be worth probably $500 each. Justin, what'd you get did you get anything from there?
So this is a Marantz cassette deck. I guess it's a PMD 501. It's like a professional, or I guess it says professional, and it's got like the rack mount thing. So if you have like a rack for, I don't know, like a PA system or something back in the old days or whatever, when they were using cassettes for that, I guess you could use this, and it's pretty cool. Like, I know Marantz is a nice name, so it was $20. I looked it up on eBay. It seemed like some of them were going for around $100. Plugged it in, played a tape, but seemed to work well. So that could be a fairly easy flip. A record, just like a demonstration record thingy. So a concert hall thing, like a bowling alley seemed kind of interesting. Like a jet takeoff. So that'll be interesting to see how that sounds.
Cool.
That was $1. And then for $2, I got this very interesting laser disc that I'm definitely going to listen to. Just kidding. I got it so that I can use it on my turntable to basically check the anti-skating setting for my turntable.
We then went to Young One's record store, and they get a lot of stuff. I bought a bunch of tapes. Records are pricey. So this is School of Fish, check out 3 Strange Days. It's a fantastic song. You won't regret it. Frozen Ghost, 80s stuff. This is James. You probably know him. Laid, Julian Cope, Material Issue, and then Sinead O'Connor. I got a CD. Actually, the Rush one is in the car, and then Soul Asylum.
I got a Bob Dylan SACD, Julian Lennon record. So obviously everyone knows John Lennon, so I figured for $3 I'd check it out.
And then from the antique place, I got a reel-to-reel video. I think it's like a home video. I don't really know what I was doing. Got this for $1. Great quarterbacks: Billy Kilmer, Terry Bradshaw, Fran Tarkington, Darryl LaMonica. Fantastic. And this is cool. A Montgomery Christmas catalog from 1985. Look at that. Care Bears, Masters of the Universe. That's beast. I got that for $5. I want everything from here. And then the piece that made me so happy, El Marco. These are the markers we had as kids. And the kick-ass thing is it still friggin' works 600 years later. So, I mean, that tells you they were putting some serious chemicals in El Marcos back then. Not like today. Environmental friendly crap. No, I'm all for that.
For $1 each, I got Paul McCartney Back in the U.S. Live album, 2 discs for $1, not bad.
Yeah.
And then Steely Dan, 45. Yeah, Ricky, don't lose that number.
So did you guess what it was? Maybe you thought it was the Sony Walkman. That actually did sell, but nowhere close to $350. If you look in the description below, I will tell you what I had up for sale, what I paid for it, and if it sold, what it sold for. So make sure you look in the description. I do that for all my Would You Buy videos. Maybe you thought those watches, right? I had those 6 watches. Those are fantastic, super cool. But no, those were not the ones. One sold, and another 4 of the other 5 are up for auction and have bids on them. Right now, collectively, they're at about 100, 110. They might go for a little bit more, but I can't imagine them going anywhere close to $350. So no, not quite. Maybe you think it's those Dana Girl books, right? Precursor to Nancy Drew by the same author. You think those might be worth a lot. Those sold for something, but nothing even close. So what was the big item that sold? Believe it or not, it was those computer discs. Specifically the one unopened box with the John Madden 2-minute warning game in it. I wish I knew ahead of time and I was that smart that it was gonna be worth the big bucks. I didn't. When I bought it, I thought, well, you know, I'm not gonna make too much money. I might make 20, 30 bucks on it. And it's just an easy sale, right? I don't have to open it up. Pictures are easy, shipping is easy. So 95% luck. The 5% that some skill came in is I did see the John Madden thing that had that John Madden 2-minute warning. And I thought, well, that's interesting. Could that be worth something? So I started to look it up. And initially I saw some discs that had sold 10 to 20 bucks each. All right, but then for reasons I still do not understand, in late December, 2 of them went for $300. And what's crazy is one of them seemed to have been a flip. The person bought it for like 10, 15 bucks and then flipped it and sold it for $300, seemingly the next day. So it was really strange. Like I couldn't understand what was going on. I looked what is currently for sale. I saw one for about 100, I think it was 180. And so I really didn't know if it was some kind of strange thing. I know computer games and video games can sell for a lot of money, so it seemed plausible. But I decided to put it up for auction. I started at $175. It stayed there for the longest time. And then at the last minute, 2 people were bidding against each other, and it sold for $350. So I mean, I was flabbergasted. I could not believe what it sold for, and I was so happy and so excited. So that was, again, 95% luck, 5% skill, at least noticing it, checking it out, taking the time and trouble. As a kind of interesting side note, I did look up online trying to figure out what would have made the jump in price. Was there some kind of Reddit post or something that people were this suddenly became to people's attention? But I couldn't find anything. But the only thing I did find is in the Smithsonian collection. So it's not on display, but it's in the Smithsonian collection, which I mean is bizarre to me. So I don't know the story. If you do, please tell me what you know about it, because I don't. I mean, I'm not going to ask questions, but super unclear to me why it would sell for hundreds of dollars. So if you got it, you're better than me. If you didn't, don't worry. Ask your friends, send this out to your friends and see if they can figure it out. And again, any suggestions, if you got it right, leave a comment below. Really interested to have a discussion about what you thought about the video. Check out this bad boy with 2 fresh D batteries. Oh yeah. I'm sure you can feel the breeze right through the screen from this powerful little thing. I love that it's got the safety grid on the front to keep you, nice and protected, but then there's these huge holes in the back and you can easily just stick your finger in and get them lopped off. Safety wasn't the same thing back then. American Tourister suitcases. They look like they're from the 60s. Just watch. You gotta watch how they open, just like that. This beautiful mechanism, you gotta feel it. And they open up. This one has some staining inside. It's kind of got a nice bluish purple in here. A little zipper pocket, a couple little pockets here. Satisfying click. A couple of clasps. Put it down. Open it up. And this looks pretty good inside. It's got this little pocket here. It's got another thing, and then what's awesome, secret compartment. 2 little latches here. An awesome little hole for you to open it up. And look at, you can put all your mentionables in there and nobody has to see them. An additional pocket. So this thing is fantastic. Closes with a satisfying click. I wish I was a bit more of a dandy and I could pull it off, because I would love to show up at my next business meeting with these things, right? Checking in at the Hotel 6. People would be impressed. This, barrette? Safety pin. 2 sweet buttons. 12 cents. By my calculation, I've already made my money back. Check this out, a vintage unused tissue. Nice. A sexy mermaid with her arms a little broken. Check this thing out. Frost Lime Aqua Velvet Spray Fragrance. It does seem to be empty, but still, you open up the cap, you get a whiff of it. Just kind of love the time and place that these things portray. Right, here's a brother and sister hanging out in the woods, and what are they doing? Oh, they're playing hex and waiting for the waitress. This couple is playing snare. Oh, honey, hurry up, the kids are coming. Let's finish our game of Hedron. And here they are, sitting grandma and grandpa, and what does the grandson want to do? He wants to play nab. Again, out in nature, what are you gonna do? Gotta play a game of naval battle. Romantic moment is made all the more perfect by a game of Plasm. Hey ladies, can I interest you in a game of tic-tac-toe? 3D. So it was a pretty good haul, and it was certainly a lot of fun. My son's going off to college, so it was good getting out there and doing some thrifting before he goes off.